Hey everybody, this is Mike with the Hideaway Homestead. I've got my good buddy Chris Godbee here, and today we are going to be working on a guitar. Chris, will you tell them where the kit comes from, a little bit about the guitar that we're putting together?
Yeah, this is a Les Paul kit from thefretwire.com. It's a mahogany body with a flame maple top, and it's going to be a 12-string. Maple neck, rosewood fingerboard, and it's going to be a set-in neck. And with the fret wire, they match up the body to the neck, so it is a very tight fit. So once we set it, it's not going to come back out.
Yeah, I really like the inlay on here too. See if you can see that. Looks really good. Nice. And what I'll do is I will go and place a link to this kit down in the description below, so that you all have access to it.
So, Les Paul body. The body is a full mahogany. The top is a flame maple. It is a single cut body. The neck is maple. It is going to be a set-in neck. Rosewood fingerboard. The kit comes with everything you need to build it from the ground up. I'll be changing out some of the hardware because I'm not a big fan of this yellowish gold plastic hardware. I'll be doing all black, but we have our pick guard.
Do you get the all black kit from the same place, or do you order that somewhere else?
I'll be ordering that separately.
So we can add a link to that too in the description.
Yeah. It comes with your neck and bridge pickups, a bag of hardware, so all of your tuners, your knobs, a set of strings, which I will also be getting my own set of strings, your tune-o-matic bridge, a cable, and then your other bag of hardware, which includes your posts for your bridge, all of your hardware for the tuners, your actual potentiometers, the blanking out, the truss rod cover, all your screws, and your strap posts. This, luckily, we've got our drill out, and it even has I'm not sure if it can be seen, there is a hole that runs to the bridge posts so you can have your ground wire connected.
See it. It's kind of down in there a little bit. And
yeah.
Like maybe we don't know if you guys can see that, but it's down in the hole, like to the side there.
Now with a Les Paul, anybody who's worked on pickups within a Les Paul will know there's about 2 miles of wiring that has to happen. Your pickups go to your volume and tone. Each has its own separate channel. So your neck pickup would use volume and tone, your bridge, volume and tone. Then your wiring will go back up to the pickup selector, and then one wire goes all the way back down to your output jack. So they've made a very nice channel here that should fit all the wiring. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be doing stock wiring on this yet or not. Probably will, just because it's a 12-string. I want to try to keep it jangly.
And that's part of the benefit of these kits, right? So they're cutting all the cavities out for you. They're drilling the holes. They're doing a lot of the work. So it's more expensive, right, than you doing it yourself. If you were to do it from scratch. But there's a time convenience here, because I mean, if you did it yourself, you're spending a ton of time, and they're doing a lot of convenience work for you.
Exactly. And with especially with things like the binding. There's some little things here and there that the binding's not 100% accurate, or there's some glue marks here and there, but that's stuff that can come out easily. And I would much rather have a body already run with all the binding than trying to do that myself.
Right.
Alright, so at this point, we've run the orbital sander. The body's in pretty good shape. The only thing we need to do is focus on getting the sides sanded down. We did have to scrape down the binding a little bit just because it was sticking up. But at this point, we're just going to take some 120 and 220 and go across all the way around there and clean up a little bit of the comfort cut that I did just to round off the edges, and then we'll do an after bath and start thinking about stain and dyes. A little dab will do. We're just getting a good amount on the rag. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. And we're just wiping everything down. And doing this, we'll be able to tell if there's any like other imperfections that need to be knocked down, because it will really bring the grain out of the wood and let us see exactly what we're working with.
It's really making that mahogany pop and looks really good.
Absolutely. Get a little bit more on our rag here. Even be running inside the cavities here just to get any excess sawdust out, even though we won't necessarily be staining inside them, but I'm going to be running some insulation and conductive paint to make sure we have proper grounding and no extra noise added to the guitar tone. We're going to do a very similar paint job to the front of the headstock. I'm still going to do the stain just like the back of the body across the back of the neck, but I wanted to give it a little bit of flair up top as well. So, same process. I'm going to go over with the black. I'm just hitting the top because, as I stated before, we will be doing a stain across the back. So with this, exact same process as the body, just a whole lot less area to cover. I have to watch where I'm going as much. So I gotta be real careful here because it wants to just pull up. really pull back in the middle. Do slight on the outside, but really pull that middle back to grain. And watch everything go green.